Going good, working on some flow and just some entries and stuff like that, so it's going good, yeah.
Okay.
So feeling good. Tired half the week, so a lot of rounds. Last trials I didn't really train that much nogi, so it was kind of, I jumped on it in the last few months. It was my first time doing nogi in a very, very long time. Now it's giving me much more tools to operate with, and the understanding of the nogi has gone much deeper, and like trying to put the pieces together a little bit, and yeah, go from there. It's been quite, I can't say easy, but transition to nogi has been very natural. It's still grappling, it's still the same, it's just the grips and distance control, that's mostly the biggest difference. What I notice now as I do more nogi is that when I do gi, I'm much more reliant on the gi, like in the use of grips and for distance management and all this in recovery. Doing nogi, it's sometimes you can get too confident in your own ability or flexibility, which can cause you to do mistakes. So it's about like capitalizing on and tightening these spaces. I still want to do do gi. It's just that the schedule is, you have to have time for everything, and it's hard to do both. Right now my focus is nogi. I've had a pretty good matchup so far. It's been, I've not competed too much, but it's been high level, and I've done, so I had Shisinski in the finals of ADCC, and I had Ross Nichols. So those were very good matchups for me. I got to test myself against the best, and then of course I had TJ Barch in the ADCC, which was pretty good, which I got to test a high-level wrestler, and then of course I had Cade at the title fight in the One Championship, which I felt was very equal fight. We both managed to get attacks. We both managed to like push the pace, and I got to show that I can hang with the best. Of ADCC was something different. It's very professional. It's on the big stage, and now as they're trying to really hype it up more, it's very important for me as a martial artist to be a part of this growth. Like when I set out to be a full-time athlete, my goal was never to just take part of it. It was to be the best and stay the best, and like make a name for myself in this. So now the goal is going to be the same as always, and I'm just sticking to it and trying to develop as much as I can. I think ADCC is special because a lot of more people can relate to it, as in the gi it kind of takes a little bit more of a nerdy thing to do, because it's a very, people outside can't really relate to the gi. But doing nogi, a lot of the spectators can relate to it, and it's like you can understand wrestling, you can understand the grappling concept, but doing the gi, it can be a little bit confusing with all these entanglements and all that stuff. Like for the spectator, it won't be as entertaining. But now as nogi is coming up, it's creating a wave, and it's getting more and more views of the casuals. And we're building, in America and in the jiu-jitsu community, it's building a lot more of profiles. And it's getting more and more abroad. It's a higher roster on every division. I would say my ADCC trial run last year was one of the best, because I got to test myself, and also I got a lot of submissions against the best. Yeah. So, and I passed guards, people's guards that a lot of the best people don't pass. Like JT didn't pass Ross Nichols. I managed to pass Ross Nichols. So like for me, that's a great statement just there, and I'm very happy with what I got to do there. I think I'm for sure an underdog. Most people respect my name and what I've accomplished so far, but it's still that underdog vibe when it comes to nogi. Like every time you come from abroad in the States, you're always going to be an underdog mostly because you don't have that same accessibility to competition as all the other people have. So you don't get to fight the best every weekend, you know. You don't get to stay as fresh. So it's always going to kind of give you a spike and then it kind of lowers down and then goes back up and lowers down. So for us Europeans, it's always going to be a little bit underdog, but we seem to thrive well in it. So it's been going good so far. Quite confident in my own work, and to be honest, I don't really care what other things. I know for a fact that I'm an underdog, but I'm again very confident. I've proved it against Cade. I've proved it against the best, and like I've done stuff that other people couldn't do, and like I'm no joke when it comes to grappling. I understand it and I speak it well. So I'm not the most technical. I'm not the most analytical, but I really do compete well. So I think that's one of my biggest strengths. Don't want to share too much. People kind of figure it out during like watching my fights, but like I'm always trying to develop something new. Nogi is such a new thing for me. I'm still trying to figure out what's my game, and like you can't be good at everything, but you can find your strengths. And I'm trying my best to still figure it out, map it out. And I think a lot of people have a hard time adapting to it. And I'm a very intuitive fighter, so I can adapt mostly. And I read the match as I go, and we go from there. Inspiration for ADCC, I kind of got stuck in my own head a little bit. I had some stuff I was dealing with like partial injuries and stuff, so it kind of limited my own ability to do what I wanted to do. But like everybody has injuries to deal with in this sport, so you can't kind of blame it on that either. But it's I didn't feel I was doing a good camp for the one championship, and then after that it kind of declined a little bit. From there it's like all of a sudden I was on the stage and I was like, oh shit, I'm here. And then I didn't perform to the standard I wanted to perform. So I kind of let myself down a little bit in that case. My head was going a little back and forth, but that's why it's important for me now to get back and like show that that I can be there. And like I already had my foot in the water, and like I liked it, and I want to go back. You know.
You can expect a good performance, a high-paced performance, and a victory. Just go out there and do my thing, and yeah, just hope for the best. I need some carbs after. It's very important. Need a beer. It's always good. You know, it's a good celebration for a good camp. So it's been a good camp so far, and yeah, we need to celebrate in style as well.